Hey there guys, yes, we have finally done it. We're at 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support and for helping me get to this point. This is a huge moment for me. I'm extremely proud and pleased. Yeah, I can't wait to get that silver play button. That's something that no one can ever take away from me now. Even if the channel gets deleted tomorrow, I'll have proof that I made it, and here we are. So this is our celebration video, and here I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the channel in general. Got some big announcements to make also, so stay tuned. Okay, so frequently asked questions. First of all, how do I train? I get this one all the time. Lots of people want me to share my training program. The main reason I haven't so far is that it's changing all the time. I'm always incorporating different aspects and ideas and concepts into my training. And the reason for this is partly the Bioneer. I'm always researching things that I find really interesting, and then when I find something, I want to introduce it into my programs. Generally though, the way I train is somewhat similar to reverse pyramid training, power building, and with an awful lot of drop sets. So basically this means that I'll take whatever's the heaviest or the most difficult or the most nervous system intensive exercises, stick them at the beginning of my workouts, and then I'll move on through to things that are more isolated or a little bit easier, or even cardio. And usually I'll do this in a push-pull legs routine. So I'm pushing one day, that means doing anything that involves the pecs, the triceps, the shoulders. I'm pulling another day, and then I'm doing my legs, and I also do the core, my abs, on the legs day, or sometimes on the pull day, because actually they fit together really nicely if you're doing things like hanging leg raises. So to begin the workout, I'll do my big lifts if I'm going to do that kind of thing, if I'm in the gym, or I might do some calisthenics, maybe some planche progressions or some front lever. Then I'm going to move on to stuff that's still quite intensive but not as much, so maybe lunge walking or farmer's walks or maybe chin-ups or rope climbs. Then I'll move on to stuff that's more isolation, and finally I'll do things that are cardio based or metabolic resistance, so things like the battle ropes for instance, or crawls where I'm going more for distance or for the maximum number of reps. When I do this I'll target the same muscle group, and that really creates a lot of pump after you've just hit it with heavy movements. A lot of the time, like I say, I'll be doing drop sets, mechanical drop sets that also incorporate changes in pace and things. So for instance, I might do as many chin-ups as I can, then drop, then start doing curls. Then I might switch to hammer curls, then I might do cheat curls, and I might do burns. And by doing all this in a row with no rest in between, you not only create a load of pump and stimulate a lot of growth, and it's fun, but at the same time you actually are using your muscles in quite a functional way, because you're training for muscle endurance, so you're improving your ability to go for a long time using strength, and at the same time you're also doing a little bit of cardio because you're not allowing sufficient recovery, making it into a kind of metabolic resistance thing. And at the same time you do actually incorporate the fast twitch muscle fibers because the slower twitch ones fatigue. So I just really like training like this, and it allows me to incorporate all these different ideas into my training however I like. And then right at the end I'll do something weird like training my neck or my lungs, etc. As I've talked about on the channel, I also like to incorporate lots of incidental training, so throughout the day I'll do something weird like just doing pistol squats in the kitchen whilst the kettle's boiling. I often like to do my mobility work in the shower, just to save a lot of time, and that's a big focus for me at the moment. Being a new dad, I don't have a lot of time, and so I'm training really whenever I can. And that also includes splitting my workouts down into slightly smaller chunks, more modular things. So I'll actually often do just a big mechanical drop set of biceps in 10 to 12 minutes, and that'll just be my biceps workout for those next few days. Decided to break my workouts up into lots of different pieces and thereby fit them in around a constantly changing and hectic lifestyle. I don't get the recovery I want at the moment. It's hard work, but I love it, so I keep doing it. A lot of people have also had questions about the book, Super Functional Training. Of course, if you want to learn more about my training, that's basically the kind of thing that I outline in that book. So if that sounds cool, that's what that is. Super Functional Training is predominantly one big PDF, which is the book combined with a training program. There's also some other extra materials in there, like some appendices, etc. Now, I have also teased something new coming to the channel, and that's the Biomatrix. I created that really short video, What is the Biomatrix? So basically, the Biomatrix is a concept where I'm going to create more than one channel. So the Bioneer channel is a little bit higgledy-piggledy all over the place. I think you can probably agree. Sometimes I'm talking about strength training, sometimes I'm talking about superheroes, sometimes I'm talking about working online. The Bioneer isn't going to change. I'm going to keep everything pretty much as it is, but I am going to tone down the business side of things and the working online side of things, and I'm going to be releasing a new channel to focus on that called the Biomatrix, but there are going to be more in the future. I have one in particular planned. not going to take away from the Bioneer. I'm going to work on that on a different time when I wouldn't have been working on the Bioneer anyway. So there'll be no less content here. It'll just be more focused, and anything related to business or technology will be over at the Biomatrix. If you want to work online, learn to program, learn to use tools like WordPress, like Illustrator, like Blender, if you want to learn all the skills to work online and earn money, then yeah, stay tuned because I'll be making announcements about that. It's coming very soon. I'll share a logo soon. A lot of people have asked if Grant is coming back, and depending on which came out first, you might have already seen him. He's contributed to my recent Bruce Lee video, and he'll be around. He's very busy, he's got his own stuff going on, and whenever we can get him to work on the channel, I'm going to be doing my best because I think he's fantastic. Another question a lot of people tend to ask me is, can I train them? And training is something that I will be offering at some point in the future through the site. A lot of people ask me if I can write them a training program. Unfortunately, I can't be writing everybody training programs for free. I just don't have time in the day. I would love to, I really enjoy it, but you know, I have a lot of work to do. Another common question that people ask me is, I'm injured in XY area, do you have any tips? And my answer there, unfortunately, is no. I tend to just ignore those questions out of, you know, embarrassment. I'm not a physiotherapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a chiropractor. These are not my areas of interest, and I am studying extra personal training qualifications at the moment, but they don't cover that kind of thing. That's really not my remit, and so I don't want to give advice when I don't really know what I'm talking about, and especially when I can't see you to even, you know, assess the injury or the problem in person. So unfortunately, I can't help you with that. I do recommend you see a doctor or professional in person, and don't put it off because, you know, you can develop compensatory movement patterns, you can see your muscle atrophy. Not that I'm judging, I ignore my injuries all the time. My finger is still really damaged. A lot of people ask me what I do on a day-to-day basis, how I got started, etc. So a little bit about that. I work 1 day a week on the Bioneer full-time now, which is fantastic that I've been able to do that thanks to you guys. It doesn't earn as much money as my other endeavors, but it's growing, and a lot since the training program, and the more it grows, the more time I can dedicate to it. So yeah, hopefully it keeps going because I'd love to do this on an increasingly more full-time basis. I also write for Android Authority, as many of you know, and have made videos for them in the past. I go to events for them. That's a fantastic job as well, and I love doing that. It's another area that I'm interested in, basically fitness and technology. On top of that, to kind of bootstrap those interests, I've always been a writer, a freelance writer, and I just sell my copywriting and my blogging to websites, to businesses that are interested in seeing it. The channel itself actually began life as adamschnitzky.com. I won a competition on bodybuilding.com, Teen Bodybuilder of the Month, and someone approached me from that and offered to build me a website for free in exchange for them keeping the revenue from advertising. I had a friend, meanwhile, who knew how to earn money online. At the time, he held the top spot on Google for Make Money Online, and he taught me how to monetize this site. Then I did a placement from university, writing for a magazine called Writer's News, where I learned a lot about writing and, you know, how to do that correctly. And whilst I was there in my spare time, because I was living in another city, I worked on my new website called the Biomatrix.net, which of course I'm bringing back now. However, back then the Biomatrix was one site and it was basically the same thing as the Bioneer, and it evolved to become the Bioneer. Eventually I had to delete the Biomatrix because I made some mistakes, but the Bioneer as it is today started life about 6 or 7 years ago. So yeah, it's been around a long time, and it does take a long time to build momentum. But I love what I do here so much. I love this topic. I love the feedback from you guys. You've all been fantastic. Like, everyone's like, YouTube is such a toxic place for comments, etc. But over here, you guys have been like fantastic. Everyone is so positive and uplifting, and you're always giving me ideas for new topics. And this has really helped me to just stick at it. Even when I was getting very few views, just the interest from you guys and the feedback and the fact that I love studying this stuff so much and writing about it. Honestly, I'll do it for free, but then I wouldn't be able to do it as much. So I'm hoping it continues to grow in this vein, and that's why I'm so excited to have reached 100,000 subscribers, and it's why I'm so excited about all the stuff that I'm bringing to the channel. And the final thing I'm going to be doing to celebrate this milestone is just touching on all the topics again that you guys have enjoyed the most and that have been the most successful. So I'm going to be talking about Batman. I'm going to be doing a new Batman training program for 2020 because that's one of the biggest and most popular videos on this site. So why not? And I've learned a whole lot more that we can incorporate into that. I'm going to be returning to old-time strongman training because there's lots more lifts and things that I've discovered that I use a lot, and lots more reasons to do old-time strongman training. Like, it's great. I'm going to be returning to Bruce Lee, or I already have. Like I said, I can't remember what order this is going to go out, and I'm basically going to try and release this when we hit 100,000. And This one's going to be Bruce Lee's training program as it would be today for someone who could actually do it. And it's going to be featuring Grant. So of course it's going to be a little bit more knowledgeable in the Bruce Lee department. I'm also going to be touching on lots of other new subjects that I think you guys are going to find really interesting. I've got one called Project Superman on the way. I've got one called the Bain Protocol. I won't spoil what those things are about just now. I'm going to be talking about glute training because that's an important one that I really need to cover, and meditation because that gets a lot of requests. I'm going to be focusing on balance. I'm going to be doing a parkour workout because why haven't I done that already? That's an awesome topic. I'm going to be doing military and special operations units training from all around the world because, again, lots of requests on that one. Wow, I blabbered on for so long there that I ran out of memory on my memory card and I had like 8 gigabytes. Yeah, lots of new stuff coming to the channel. Just to summarize, I'll be talking more about the Biomatrix in future. Got lots of cool videos on the way, and the main takeaway is just I'm incredibly grateful to you guys for making this possible, and I'm so stoked to be at 100,000. I'm so happy with the way this channel is going. So thank you so much, and yeah, subscribe if you want more like this. If you haven't already, you know, why not be the 100,001th person? And I'll see you next time. Thanks a ton for watching. Bye for now.